Hello, hello. Welcome on in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We've got some new stuff here today. We've got well, I mean, hey, we're starting a new video game today. We're starting Disco Elysium. I'm super excited for this. This is a replay for me. So I'm excited to see where else this game could possibly go. It sounds like there's a lot of different ways to play. So I'm excited. It's gonna be good. Lots of lore, lots of RPG, crunchy dice roll stats and stuff. It's going to be a good time, in my unbiased opinion. What else? We've got a stream boss down at the bottom now. Currently, it's me. I'm the boss, but I would love it if you guys, took some of my health away. That would be great. Fun and new. Wolfie, hey buddy. Well, we're playing Disco Elysium, and you made it very clear that you were not going to get spoiled on any of it. So it's really up to you. But if you were to stick around, theoretically speaking, probably for the next 3 hours, give or take, would be my estimate. So that's the plan for a weeknight stream anyway. So yeah, what else? We have a couple fun new commands. Assuming they work. I didn't get a chance to actually test them, but they're in the stream title. If you type in !T, TEA, you'll find out what tea I'm drinking this evening. Hey, it worked. Nice. So yes, I'm drinking the Celestial Seasonings today. I might be okay. I've got at least 2 Uncharted games and 7 Yakuza games to potentially get through first. Yeah, you're not going to remember any of this game by the time you get through all of Yakuza. Holy crap. I'm trying to get through all of the Yakuza games, and I've only played the first 2. They're so long. They're so good, but they're so long. And it's going to be probably literally years before I get to the new Yakuza. There will probably be another new Yakuza before I get to the one that just came out. So, let's see what else. We've also got !Twitter if you're interested in following me on the old Twitter box. They are all on Steam, and in fact, the ones that were missing were 3 through 6 for the longest time, and from what I understand, they are now finally all on Steam. Also, I need to double check. I think the spin-off Judgment is on PC. If not, it should be. But yeah, 3 through 6 got remastered, or sorry, 3 through 5 got remastered. 6 just came, it was just ported to PC. And then the brand new one just made it to PC as well. So there's a lot of Yakuza on PC, which is fantastic. I love those games. Like I said, I played the first 2, which is Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami. So the next one on deck for me is Yakuza Kiwami 2. They're such good games. They're so weird. They're like these serious crime dramas, but also the wackiest, completely out of left field stories that you can possibly imagine. I don't know how these 2 tones mix together, but somehow they do. And it's really good. The only thing I'm not as crazy about is that the actual combat is not that interesting. I eventually just turned it down to easy in the first 2 games because it just wasn't good enough combat to be worth putting up with, basically. But that's just me. That's just personal opinion. I know people actually get really into these games, but they're like 3D brawlers. So, that's the kind of gameplay you're looking at there, at least as far as the combat goes. Yeah. What else is new here? I grilled some chicken today. It was absolutely delicious. We did like a shawarma seasoning. I have no idea how authentic it is or was, but man, it turned out so good on the grill. So good. What else? Wife is getting the second COVID vaccination tomorrow, so we're gonna take it easy for the next few days. And I mean, fingers crossed, nothing happens. That would be great. But sounds like chances are good that she might not be feeling great. So it'll probably be a kind of chill next few days for us. I had caramelized onion, red pepper, corn pieces in sweet and sour sauce on rice with garlic pizza bread. Man, that sounds really good, actually. A weird mix, too. Like sweet and sour sauce, but with garlic pizza bread. I'm here for it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not a combination I've ever had. Yeah, simple but nice. Those are the best kind, honestly. I realized at some point that, like, I can cook stuff, but, like, I don't get any inherent joy or satisfaction from cooking. Like, it's not something that calls to me. It's just, like, a task that I have to get through to get to my food. But I have at least... Yeah. Love eating it, hate making it. Havoc, welcome in, buddy. I'm sorry. Is chat not here for the content? This is the content. I'm the content. You're here for the content. Havoc, type exclamation point T, T-E-A. Everything is right here in Vic's not pleased. Maybe I could give my deep thoughts on the ending of Final Fantasy IV and how it relates to Final Fantasy XIV, and the deeper meaning behind going to the moon and the psychological implications of what this means for society, Japan, United States relations with Taiwan. I don't know. I was teasing. Who's got the tea here? Tell me your life story. I dribble out the life story in dribs and drabs. You need to keep coming to stream to get the whole story. So today I told you what I made for dinner, and that's all you're getting today. So I gotta keep people coming back somehow, Yes, the Life Story DLC is free, but it does only come out in installments, unfortunately. So, well, fortunate for me, unfortunate for you. It is what it is. But okay, my wife walked by and said, "Don't leave me hanging. Give me some of that apple sass." Hi, shawarma. I love shawarma. And it was so good. It was so good today. We grilled it. We marinated chicken thighs in like a shawarma marinade. It was so good. Shit, I meant Sean. That's all right. It's a very forgettable name. Sean. Jonathan. Sean. If any of you are on... My name is now Shawarma. If any of you are watching on desktop, you should see two little buttons on the overlay on the stream. Those are going to let you, once we get started, view my character stats in this video game we're about to start, as well as my journal. And eventually, you're going to be able to vote on dialogue responses. And apparently there's a way to like mess with my character stats, which could be fun for somebody. So, you're on the hammock top. Well, that's fair. I can't blame you for that. But if you are on PC, you will be able to influence this game in hopefully enjoyable ways. So, I'm excited to see what happens. There's an option for karaoke. This might be old stuff. Yeah. So the items that are in there now are from a test playthrough that I started to try to get this stuff working. But there is karaoke in this game. But we're going to start fresh. And the karaoke is a payoff for quite a bit down the line. So again, hopefully things to draw you all back. All right, let's switch over. Check out the new layout. I'm excited. I like it a lot. Kind of slick, kind of simple, kind of clean. It was at this exact moment that Havoc realized Sean had a more advanced stream than his. Really? How so? I mean, I do have a robot just chilling out there. Yeah, the robot will greet you when you come into chat, and apparently does other things of which I haven't taken the time to totally get familiar with. You love it? Good. Thank you. Thank you. We've got a stream boss. Yeah, it's a nice clean layout. I like it. We'll keep it for a little while. The game integration, yeah. Once we get the polls going and the stat massaging, it'll hopefully be even more fun. So, right. So let's just dive into this game. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's hard to talk about this game without spoiling it at all. But this is an RPG with a lot of talking and dialogue and no combat whatsoever. So I've reverted my layout to a simple one for the moment for plans. Interesting. I'm intrigued, Wolfie. So this has 3 archetypes: the thinker, the sensitive soul, and the physical dude. You know, physical kind of can smash through things and is a dumb brute kind of. Thinker is, very logical and, kind of what you would expect. Sensitive is like somebody who's, like it says, a magnetic personality, but unstable. I'm curious what you all think. Do you want me to choose one of these archetypes, or we can go and create our own? There's a whole, we can tweak all of these things if we want. You like to thunk real good? I do too, honestly. I think I did sensitive in my first playthrough. This is a replay for me. I played this last year. It was my game of the year last year, even though I think it came out the year before. I think it came out in 2019. But I played it last year. It was my game of the year. So I'm excited to try new things and just see how it all goes. I think it's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm leaning towards Thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. If we go into customizing this, we could tweak these a little bit. I think being like average at everything would be kind of boring. But yeah, I mean, we could do this. I don't know. This seems kind of boring. Average man to the rescue. I mean, I think the game would acknowledge the fact that we went so middle of the road, which is kind of entertaining. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do Thinker. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. There's a lot of dialogue in this game. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
I love this voice. I love it.
Ever. Never, ever.
Laziness. It's true. It's true. Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
All right, let's simply keep on non-existing then.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
No ex-wives are contained within it. Isn't that an interesting thing to say? This is great.
Yes, it is.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
The meat thing. A ball of meat surrounding you. My conscience lives in a meat sack. I'll be okay. All right, let's plunge back into the fathomless deep then.
There. No ball of meat. No light in the formless nothing. Just night swimming.
How about you? I miss my meat sack. All right, how about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Alonzi, let's go. I don't know what Alonzi means, but
All right. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
look, there's I'm tired of being this type of animal, and who gives a shit? Okay, let's do that.
Not you. Your
I'm a
days of
wolf.
giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Don't stop. Keep singing. Sing me the song of death. Yikes.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation.
Oh. My meat sack speaks to me. Delightful.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
So our conscience is dancing to disco music, apparently. Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Or... Yeah. Stop, I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing. What do we think? Do we want to acknowledge the fact that we're in our own head, or do we want to return to the formless, disembodied nothing? Checking to see what the little integration thing does now. Meat sack is where it's at. All right.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Someone! Cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. It looks like it's working for me, Wolfie. I can at least see the stats that are updated now, and I guess the journal is not updated yet. Joel, hey, welcome in. Yes, the stream pet is the thing that Bearded Bee mentioned. Did it say hi to you? I wasn't looking at it, so I didn't see, but hopefully it greeted you as you came in. I don't know what all it does, to be perfectly honest, but it hangs out there, it says hi, and presumably other things. So, what is its name? Oh god, I didn't name it. Channel redeem for naming the pet? Streambot? Hi, Streambot. Yeah. I think it's called KappaBot. Like actual, that's his actual name. It's KappaBot. But yes. Like Kappa with a K, of course, because it's Twitch. But yes. Yep, just like that. Just like that, Wolfie. Kappa bot with a K. Hi, Kappa bot. Hey, buddy. Let me say hi. I'm already here, apparently. It's like, yeah, I already... Oh, there it goes. There we go. Yeah. He was picking up Mini B when I got to your channel. Pretty busy here, so I have no idea. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I don't, I like him. He's fun. He's cute. Yeah. Oh, wow. The timer that I put in is finally working. I couldn't get it to work. Apparently I needed to go live for this, so good to know, I guess. Mini B spent the evening with us. Well, that sounds nice. Sounds like a nice evening. Did Bearded B get a break from the kid then? You already existed. You did. We just keep existing, which this game has already told us is a fraught affair, to be perfectly honest. All right. The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth? Yeah, we'll go with that. That's how I feel when I drink too much.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A Caprice Canema motor carriage.
Oh, awesome, Joel. That's really nice. It's nice that we're getting back to normal. My wife's getting her second vaccine tomorrow. I'm getting mine on the 22nd. Can't wait to go out to a nice restaurant. It's gonna be so good. No idea why that's a question mark. Well, that is the question, isn't it? All right, let's open our eyes. Ooh. That sure is a noise, and that sure is an image. Yep, we are drunk. We are drunk, all right. And butt naked, for the most part. Feeling unpleasant, I would imagine. What do we have here? We have a bottle on the ground. It is a bit revealing. Hopefully it's not against terms of service. We have a tape deck. We have unspooled tapes just chilling on the floor here. We have clothes. This is our face. Hold tab to highlight. Need them tunes, clearly. I'm guessing that at this point in time, tunes would not be good for him right this second. All kinds of clothes. And our tie is on the fan, which is interesting. He had a hell of a night. Let's just say, hell of a night. Try to get your tie from the fan and spin around with it. All right, let's do it.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Okay. So, one thing I'm not seeing that I thought I saw earlier. Huh. 1 second. Okay. Right. So this is our stats. These are our stats currently. Put all our points into intellect and motorics. How well you move your body. So we got all these sub stats, I guess, or sub skills. So this game is like if you took a regular RPG's speech skill and just blew it out into like, what do we have here? 24 different skills all by itself. Yeah, I was just noticing that too. I think I need to maybe refresh the Twitch integration in the game Hopefully that'll work. But it's not letting me like do that yet. So actually, let's leave. What if I hit escape? Here we go. Escape. Ah, Twitch integration is turned off. Interesting. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Give me a second. This is the classic case of I tested this yesterday and it was working and now it's not. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you guys should see this little dude now here on my screen. And if I go back to the dashboard, which I just closed and hopefully didn't screw anything up. Looks like it's good now. Great. Great, great, great. Okay, cool. 5124. Yes. Perfect. Yep, that's right. And the journal has nothing in it because we have no quests yet. So yeah, great. Okay, so eventually we're gonna have the option. I can create a poll for dialogue responses and stuff, and then you guys can vote on them. So I think we'll be able to try that here in just a second. So let's click on this again.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches.
Okay.
One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Okay, so I could try to grab the tie. I can pull on the fan or I can pull on the light bulb. I'm going to click this button here and then it'll give you guys 15 seconds to vote on which one I do. So I can't set the time. It's just like, you know, quick, go, go, go. So yeah, I'm going to hit this button. You guys vote on which one I should do. Oh, cool. Cool. I thought this would be something that happened in chat, but apparently that's not the case. So, okay, we're going to grab the tie. I assumed that was you, Wolfie. I just assumed that you would have to, like, click on something in chat, but no, that's okay. Yeah, all right, grab the tie.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
Oh, it pops up. Oh, okay, cool. Got it. All right, doom comes over me. Grab your chest.
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving.
This is unfortunate.
For quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. You know what you should do. You should stop the fan and then try again. It'll get easier.
So this is labeled interfacing. This one is labeled savoir-faire. These are all based on the skills that I have here. In this case, these two in particular. So whatever you kind of focus on in your character, they're the responses from your kind of inner self. They're going to fill out the dialogue in a lot of places. Your brain talks to you a lot in this game, and what it has to say depends on the character that you created. So
do it if you want to die. The stabbing pain in your chest is telling you you're hanging by a thread here.
So we can't do it again because we failed the skill check. And when you fail a skill check, it locks it until you level up again and put a point into the skill that was tied to that skill check. There are also a couple skill checks in the game where you have one shot, like that's it, regardless of when you level up. So The whole thing is you do the skill checks. If you pass, great. If you fail, you can try again after leveling up. Is how this game works. You tried to reach up and almost had a heart attack. Yes, exactly. So let's pull on the fan, I guess.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
So now we can grab the tie again. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, very high, 97% now. +3 because the fan is turned off.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
Delightful.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
How do you fail at getting a tie? Everything in this game is a skill check. Everything's a roll of dice. It's very video gamey that way. Let's pull on the light bulb, shall we?
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Okay, do we want to turn the lights off or bring it on? Oh, I see the pop-up now. Ah. Cool. We're just going for it. We're not afraid of anything.
Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
Okay, well, lost some help there. All right. Why don't we put on some pants? We have pants. We have a thought about the pants.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
We hear the jingle, which is based on our perception skill. So that's where that's coming from.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Oh, good. I guess we were locked in.
The Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
If we don't die putting the key on the hole. This is correct. Apparently our character is a literal walking encyclopedia because he just like talked to himself about, oh, I'm in a hotel cafeteria frequented by dock workers. Okay. What do we got? Let's check out this wine. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty, unsurprisingly. Wish my brain did that. Yeah, right? Okay, we have an empty cassette case. All of the clothing. I wish I could zoom in on this fine physical physique. I mean, his arms aren't bad, you know. He's got those comforting, you know, hairy arms too. But yeah, all of the gear boosts your different skills and stuff. So everything defined in here is modified by the clothing you wear as well. Fine specimen of a man, indeed, indeed, sir. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Uh-oh. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Alas. I have a shoe. Green shoe, left foot. Whoops. So yes, we have a shoe. Go get some water for your poor dude. I'm so like desperate to get clothed first, you know. Let's head into the bathroom here. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. I feel like that's a reference to something that I'm not understanding. Did you shit the tub
A
again?
mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Oh my.
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
I think our character portrait in the bottom left is what we're seeing in the mirror.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
Let's wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there.
It's from
and
Contact.
You will never unbecome it.
Interesting. I saw that movie, like when it came out. I don't remember it at all. You won't like what you will see there in the mirror, and you will never unbecome it. Okay, chat, we need to vote. Do we wipe the mirror? Do we leave? Or do we touch our face first to make sure there's nothing wrong with it? Go, 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 chat. Tell me what I should do here. We're feeling very uncomfortable about the idea of our own face at the moment. All right. Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What? What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
An upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. That is quite an image, quite a mental image. I'm sorry. Let's touch our nose.
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
At least my tongue is okay.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Snail-like. What does that even mean? I'm scared. I want to stop doing this. Or we can wipe the mirror. This was an apocalyptic night of drinking, apparently. So, you know, things aren't going great for us. All right, we need to vote between 3 and 4. I'm scared. I want to stop doing this. Or wipe the mirror now. Or I guess number 5. I'm out of here and leave. Just fucking do it. All right. All right, we're going to do it. Unless somebody else has other opinions. Oh, shit. A tiebreaker. All right, you guys. Well, what do we do now? All right. We have a dice command, don't we? Now I got to remember what to do. I call heads. And that'll be... Yeah, heads you look. Tails we stop doing this. Agreed. Do you have a coin? Are you going to flip for us, Wolfie? The suspense. Heads. All right. Hell yeah. Let's do it. I think 1 also count. Thank you, Joel. I was trying to remember how to do that. Yes. All right. Well, we're going to say 1 counts as heads. All right. Let's wipe the mirror. Let's do it. Oh, shit. I clicked on the wrong one. I'm sorry.
A mirror hangs on the wall.
All right.
As you slowly abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like
How
what
super
you see there,
hard to flip.
and you will never unbecome it. Yeah. There is...
We're going to go through this again. Okay. We're going to wipe the mirror now.
There is the bloatedness. Behold.
Oh, my. What a beautiful man. Oh boy. So we have a full character portrait now. That's stash. So, okay, in my previous game, it was several hours before I could wipe the mirror. My character did not have the mental fortitude to handle this sight. So the fact that we're able to do this already is something completely new to me, and I'm thoroughly delighted. It's magnificent. It is magnificent. Oh boy. Look at that. Look at that smile.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Dear Lord, help me. What is this? The stash every Englishman dreams of. Of course I do. It's some kind of superstar. I think I'm a superstar. Or this is the face of a late stage alcoholic. All right, let's vote again. Dear Lord, help me. I'm a superstar, or this is the face of a late stage alcoholic. I like the superstar option as well, to be honest. All right, let's do it.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it might be because I'm a superstar.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No. This is what superstars do.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off.
Okay.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Superstardom.
You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here, it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
I don't need to. I almost died trying to get that tie, but I heard my heartbeat.
Getting clever appears to make the expression even worse. Now it's mixed with smugness.
Oh no. So these are two skill checks here. So when we choose one of these, it'll roll a dice based on our encyclopedia skill, which is up here. In this one, dig deep to locate the source of the expression, or attempt to stop the expression from happening. So we've got kind of even odds. If we try to find the source of the expression, it's almost impossible that we will be able to stop the expression. The expression will remain plastered onto our face for the foreseeable future. So I'm going to do the first one. Let's try to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
All right, fair enough. Let's let the mirror be for now. We will check again later. Indeed. Well, we have a shirt. Shirts are good. The shirt is +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. Not the worst shirt, The tie is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Can you wash yourself or drink something? Well, we can check out the tub. You see bottles in the bathtub: wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. That's our only option. I have a jacket. Want to hear the old joke about how to tell when someone has savoir-faire? Please tell us the joke. We have a disco-ass blazer equipped now. That's delightful. This outfit. +1 esprit de corps. Esprit de corps. What is that? That is understanding cop culture, apparently. I'm officially renaming you Party Pete. Fair enough. All right, we have a broken window here.
The window stands broken in its frame. cold wind blows in.
Let's look out.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Okay, our visual calculus skill lets us assess the damage. A group of Frenchmen are discussing savoir-faire, and one says, if you return home and find your wife in bed with her lover, and you do not kill him, then you have savoir-faire. It's true. You have savior-faire? Is that like a pun? I'm sorry, I'm not quite getting it. Or is there another part? Savoir-faire. I also can't pronounce French like at all. At all. Let's assess the damage in the meantime.
The shards
More to
face
come. Got it.
outward.
Okay.
Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Whatever broke this window came from the inside. Okay, so we threw something. Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wait, what am I doing?
Something you've done before.
Interesting. Assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
And we did only find one shoe, so.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Another replies, no, that is merely restraint. If you say, excuse me, please continue, then you have savoir-faire. Maybe it wasn't me. Maybe it wasn't me who threw the shoe.
You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? This person also forced the drinks on you.
Oh, obviously. Obviously. A third says, no, that is merely being polite. If the lover can continue, then he has savoir-faire. That's true. I like how we approached all three of those scenarios. That's very good. So do we want to get the shoe or do we not need the shoe? Do we not need anybody? Y'all decide. We have one shoe. You know, it's a fine shoe. Joel, you can tell jokes here anytime. Anytime. Okay, let's go get that shoe.
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Oh, we have a quest. Find your other shoe. Very epic, you know, for an RPG. All right. I think that's every... Oh, I could have zoomed out, like, all this time. Okay, fair enough. Let's stumble our way out of this disaster of a hotel room, I guess. Well, it probably feels like it. Probably feels like it. Oh. There's something on the table. It's money. Money gained. All right, let's... Oh, we're moving faster. All right. Must be feeling slightly less undead. Oh, that's bright. Okay. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Whirling in rags. A gust of briny wind washes over you. Here's our shoe.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet,
Yay!
like two baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Party P is now complete. It's true. We have a full outfit. The shoes give us +1 to our composure, but -1 to our savoir-faire, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's head back in. I like this music kind of playing outside. So I've got a calendar here.
Hello, officer.
Hello. The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. Let's talk to
The
her.
young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Clossier, Miss Aranje's disco dancer. Okay.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
So again, based on our perception skill, we know these things.
A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
When did it become 4 a.m.? Time is just a social construct, Wolfie. It's whatever time you want it to be. It's 8 p.m. is what I'm telling you. Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief executive officer, right?
The young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement. You're already prone to those.
Officer's my stage name, right? I can see myself as a middling disco artist called The Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
She takes another drag. All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Oh, it's been one of those business trips. I see. Why does she not think this is weird? You know, I couldn't tell you.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. Okay, so these are red skill checks, I believe. Or this one is. So if we fail this one, which we almost certainly would, we would not be able to try it again, unlike the other skill checks. So this one is try the expression on her. Let her know that you want her physically. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Maybe with a different character build, but not this one. So we are apparently a police officer. I might not know where I am or who I am or what a Cuprous Kanema is, how I know what one sounds like. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? Okay. Chat, vote on 1, 2, or 3. We're not going to do 4. We're not going to leave. But what's our response here? I'm inclined to number 3 personally, but it sounds like we're going with number 2.
Could it be because of the drinking?
She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles.
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Oh, we get to try all of these. Okay. All right, fair enough. I might not know where I am or who I am or what a Cooper's kinema is or how I know what that sounds like.
She nods.
But I do know when someone's not telling me the whole story. What am I doing here? What's my case?
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops.
Why didn't you just tell me that?
I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Savage. It's true, though. I saw somebody talking about how, like, in the UK you have all these years of schooling. Wolfie, you may know, but that you need all these years of schooling to become a cop in the UK, and that, you know, apparently in the US it's not the case. You just, you know, go through a bit of training and you're good. Yeah. No, I don't know what the qualifications are for being a police officer, but the stereotype, and this is all I know, the stereotype is that anybody can be a cop. You just go to police academy or whatever the equivalent is, you know, which is like a few weeks kind of thing. So I don't know if that's true, but I do know what I've heard. Yeah, I assume fitness standards play into that, but beyond that, yeah, I don't know. All right, I should get going now. So we're a cop and we're investigating a murder.
Course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
You will never see a fat UK cop because they won't be allowed on the force. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. I mean, you want people who are competent and physically able to do their job.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words 1,000,000 times before.
Our police officers are expected to be able to jump fences while in gear. Yes. That makes perfect sense, of course. I don't know where the, like, stereotype of, like, the donut eating fat cop in the US came from, but it is like the stereotype, to be sure.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Well, what if I don't want to ask questions?
You're a cop, Harry. It is unnatural of you not to want to ask questions.
So our name is Harry, apparently. Wait, I have some questions before you go.
Yes?
Oh no, Joel. One sec. Okay, go. I don't even know what it timed you out for, to be perfectly honest. Because it didn't even do the thing about, you know, no, don't post a link or whatever. Okay, dude, let me post you a UK cop foot chase. Okay. Over 70% of the Hampshire police force are obese or overweight. Senior cop reveals. Wolfie, what do you have to say about these allegations from The Sun? A presumably reputable source. I think Rupert Murdoch owns it, so I don't trust it. These dastardly revelations. That's what your response is. Good. All right. You were going to post something too, weren't you, Wolfie? Let me get you going. Oh, YouTube. Okay. All right. Colchester foot chase, and arrest. Oh, this guy's booking it. Holy crap. It's gonna give me like motion sickness. Holy crap. They're absolutely parkouring their way through this this alleyway and courtyard and stuff. Like a full 60 seconds of like sustained sprinting is like beyond me, like by far. So I'm very impressed by this man, this cop. The sun is satire. Yeah, I wish it was. Oh wow, he absolutely just Assassin's Creed over that fence. Holy crap. Yeah, the guy just gave up. He's like, all right, I guess if you can just like hop over that fence like a Rottweiler, I guess I'll just let you catch me. Amazing. This is what UK policemen are capable of. Well, Wolfie, apparently not in Hampshire. So, just saying. According to Rupert Murdoch, anyway. Amazing. All right, let's ask some questions of Clausier here. What is it they have against the police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Where exactly is here? Where am I?
You're in a hostel, sir.
You're in a hostel, sir. No. Where are we? Where on the planet?
We are in Revachol.
Revachol. Good name. Good name.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
She is central to our moment in time. So, she as in the city, I guess. Revachol forever? Should that mean something to me? I think he's referring to the name Revachol.
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranye, another part of the world.
Aranye. Interesting. Tell me, is it 51 now?
It's 51.
What century, please?
The current century?
And that's what? What number? Please, yeah, just.
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
How many centuries have there been then?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
She grins. 8,000 years, so she's a creationist? Oh my god. What's so funny?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
It's true. Ma'am, your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Oh, so that's what was on those tapes. I see. Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
She nods towards room number 3. Loud disco music, you say?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you. Loud disco music is redundant.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Okay.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
What about Owu instead? Yeah, we go on all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
Well, what happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this?
Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also,
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
You sounded like a wounded boar. That's a very specific comparison. When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way? Like a wild beast?
Yes. It was very cool.
I love this voice actress.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it.
So they added full voice acting in the big update to this game. So this actress here, I have not heard her up until this point. All right, gotta walk the dog and head for bed. Can't keep those wolfy hours anymore at my age. Joel, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful night. Tell the dog I said hey. Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too.
I'm 27. I
A
shouldn't be
real
keeping these hours
Destructicon.
either.
There was screaming. Then
Same.
I think you passed out.
It prides me to hear this. Tell me there was more.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
It is quite a statement.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Be a wolf, they're cooler. I mean, boars are kind of badass. I don't know. Or the African wild dog.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Bye, ma'am. All right. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. So what is this? Okay, so these are our list of skill checks that we could try again after we level up. So this is a nice reminder that if we get stuck somewhere, we can get a reminder of where we can go and try things again after we level up and maybe get unstuck. Okay, what's over here? This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. All right, let's head down. We've been going for an hour and we've just walked downstairs, so making good time. I might fall asleep on my keyboard soon. Well, I'll know that you're here in spirit, at least, so I appreciate it. What do we have here? Summer door closed for the winter, okay. We've got a microphone, I think. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. This is where the lyrics would be, okay. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
So we can respond with, my soul is immense. My soul is modest, it's normal sized. My soul is puny, or my soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. Chat, let me know what I should pick, if any of y'all have opinions on the matter. Facts. The hangover is obscuring everything else. It's probably true.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard.
Oh my.
Through a PA system, by other people.
This goes well with the theory I'm developing that I'm a down on my luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
Well, what should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
I mean, I was thinking I could sing something happy, like from those ostentatious orchestrations, folks.
No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound.
Again, this is our own brain speaking to us. The happy song is stupid.
You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Okay. So, we have a quest to sing karaoke. You need to find a sufficiently tragic tape played on the boombox to memorize the lyrics, then ask the cafeteria manager to perform, preferably in the evening because more people are at the bar then. Okay. We'll keep that in mind going forward. Hello, sir.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
We failed the empathy check. Everything is cool between you and this guy. No worries, yeah. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
I'm sorry, Gart.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
What an accent. I don't know what this accent is, but it's very memorable. Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
Like an off-key Snape. Yes. She just... what?
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
Oh, okay. We have some history then. Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it.
Oh.
Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Our encyclopedia brain is telling us this.
The small steel tag says as much. The Great Skua. Stegosaurus skua.
What happened to the bird?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Okay.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
All right, fair enough. Be that way. What else do we have here? The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. That's coming from our observation skills, I think. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. Let's take a Nosafed. Oh, this restores health. Okay. Right, we do have health here. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Well, let's go say hi then. Or a cop. The door is bolted. A sign reads, Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. It is 0852, so we have a while. Inside, you catch a glimpse of Union paraphernalia. A strike poster, some red pennants. Okay. A sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for Union members. Doors open at 1600. So we know that there are dock workers that hang out here. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. That's a random piece of information. Okay, we have a woman in a wheelchair, and then we have our quote-unquote buddy here. Let's talk to our buddy.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Let's shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
We can say, I don't really know my name. We can say, just call me officer. Or we can use our conceptualization skill, which has a decent high of passing, and invent a name for yourself. Chat, tell me what I should do. Be honest? Yeah, no, we're going to invent a name. Fair enough. I knew that was coming. But it's good to confirm things, you know? See if we can get anything right. Okay, let's try it.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Okay. It is not yet time, I think, is the response to that. Because the other two we already had, so we'll go with that. It is not yet time.
Okay, then.
He processes the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him? Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware. I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
He taps his foot, more out of habit than impatience. What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
So we can say, yes, we've definitely prepared the interviews, or we can say we have not. Choose for me, please. I haven't. All right, we'll be honest. Okay. I have not. You're not drunk enough yet to pull off that crap. Fair.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Coroner's case.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body?
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
I don't like dead bodies.
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
I love Kim. He is the best.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police, though?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
He points to your jacket.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Okay.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Isn't supposed to suspect such things. I don't quite understand that statement. Okay. He's not right. I that took me a second, but thank you. Yes. Okay, so we can respond with, oh, you mean the Rat Squad, those dicks, or we can just be professional and say, you mean internal affairs? Which one should we choose? Are we gonna be a dick about it, or be professional about it? We're gonna be a dick about it, all right. Oh man, you guys, I forgot to point out the other new thing that we have today. Hold on. Okay. Before we'll answer this, but did I do this right? Yes, I did. Okay. We have things hanging up. I don't know how well they show up, to be perfectly honest, but we have cool geeky maps. We've got, I did notice those. Awesome. Yes, we've got the world map from Avatar, the Last Airbender, and Legend of Korra. We've got the world map from Final Fantasy VII. Up here we have Tamriel, all of Tamriel from the Elder Scrolls, and then below that we have a zoomed in map on Skyrim. So I like them. They're fun. They're not as quite as like bright and light as I thought they would be when I ordered them, to be fair. And they have a ton of like text that's like impossible to read since it's not like poster sized or whatever. But I don't know. I like them. I like how they contrast with the photos we have over here on the left. So anyway, I forgot to mention those earlier and I was excited by them. So back to the video game. Okay. You mean the Rat Squad.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
All right. Fair enough. You said insignia. These white rectangles, you mean?
Yes.
But they're just white rectangles.
They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
Oh.
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Oh, thank you, Wolfie. I think they're cool too. But shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It was... All right. Wolfie and anybody else, choose for me. It was not on me, or we pretend to have it. I definitely have my badge. Okay. It was not on me when I woke up. Person. Kim, sorry, not person.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
I don't want to know what much worse means here, because this is pretty bad, to be honest.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Okay. Death, I assume, just like you kind of did. That's fair. I mean, that is the worst. That is the worst outcome. It's true. All right, let's roll.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Okay. So we have tasks. Inspect the victim's body, sing karaoke, of course, interview the cafeteria manager, and report your badge missing. Got it. You know what? Oh, wow. So, okay, so this is how I let you guys fuck around with my stats, basically. So I click this little head icon, and then you guys can like choose the stats to boost or reduce, I guess. So this game seems fun, but I really need to sleep. Wolfie, please get to sleep, and thank you as always for hanging out. Yes, I like this game a lot, and I'm already seeing lots of differences from when I played previously, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of those differences. So, but take care, sleep well if you can. Enjoy that sleep, buddy, and I will hopefully see you again soon. I'll probably be streaming this again this weekend is the rough plan, so hopefully you can catch more of it then. So, let's chat with this woman in the wheelchair, since she's right here.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile. Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Oh,
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
she slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the Motley Crew. Hire her on the spot.
What? Okay. Our brain wishes to add another member to the party, apparently. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
Well, we are in the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In hell. We're all in hell.
We're in the city of Revachol, dear.
She flashes you a worried look. Revachol is the disgraced capital of the world? Something like that? We knew this from our encyclopedia skill, I believe.
Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is.
Ah,
Yes?
I saw a calendar. It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Oh, thank you.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you then, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
Okay.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Oh boy. We can choose some kind of democracy, maybe? I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Okay, that's the capitalism route. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality. concealing our true masters, foreigners, and women. Yikes! Cop. We're living under the cop regime. Is that it? Okay. Does anybody have any opinions on what we should go with here? I don't know if anybody's still watching and can vote, but I'll put it up for a vote, just in case. We're in a democracy. We're in a dictatorship of the proletariat, so communism. Fierce warriors who traverse the plains. Rampant capitalism. Alt-right paranoia. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us.
Oh, no. Nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control, led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly not one who's horseback.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh, dear. This is troubling.
Hey, Dame Karen, welcome in.
You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
I'm semi-watching. Is this hope or expectation? Like, as far as the government choice, I would lean towards hope, is how I was kind of interpreting those responses, but I think it's also open to interpretation, I think. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has become a complicated matter. Hello, is this anarchy? I mean...
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look
might
like
not be
you need
wrong.
a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
I don't know. You seem pretty smart to me.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Oh, no. What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
So Revachol has been under this coalition joint government thing for 4 decades. I guess is what I'm gathering from this. So what does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Okay. So how did I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Reality, in a word. It's very odd.
Is that the foreigners and women? I mean, I remember that response, but what are you responding to?
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Oh, okay. It'll probably be fine then. The coalition. Yeah, I have no idea. Hopefully not. Hopefully that's not how people view it, but we'll see. There are, I said before, this is a replay for me. There are some nasty people we're going to meet in this game, and we can respond in various ways to them, so we'll get the opportunity to
someone more
fill that in.
educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Kim's like, dude, you're on your own, buddy.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
So how'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. I don't know what a sequence killer is.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Okay. I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
What is a sequence killing?
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why? 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Aw.
Perhaps another time.
She turns back to you with a hopeful glint in her eyes. Serial killers are, I think, classified as sequence killers. I haven't watched Criminal Minds for a bit, but I used to watch it a lot. I did not know that. I've never... well, okay, I've played this game, so I must have heard the term sequence killers before, but I had forgotten it, and I did not know that that was an actual term. You seem to be in a chair, miss.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
A grenade? Did you fight in the war?
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty.
Oh. Were you a tightrope walker?
Nothing so extravagant, dear. Though what young girl doesn't dream of soaring over a crowd?
What did you do then?
I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding.
Oh, yikes.
I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. I'm sorry, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on. Yeah, I feel bad asking.
That's
kind of.
quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
That's fair. I've got to get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. So she gave us a pen. What does the pen do? A kind green ape pen. A pen with a green ape head on one end. The ape has closed its eyes, a kind expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. Interesting. Okay. Right. These are... Oh, right. We have a new task to get a reality lowdown. To basically learn about this world. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. Are they, though? Okay. What do we want to do first? Do any of y'all have opinions? We can... Well, you all can check on the task list if you're watching on desktop. But we can inspect the body, we can interview the cafeteria manager, or we can report our badge missing. The other two, get a reality lowdown and sing karaoke. We can't really do those yet. Yes, and sing karaoke. We do have a task to we need to get a hold of a sad song on tape. That is our goal there. That won't happen anytime soon, but yes, that is this game in a nutshell. That juxtaposition. Do you want to interview the cafeteria manager? Would you like to inspect the body? Or we can report our badge missing. Dame, do you have any opinions on what you'd like to see first? Can it? Oh yeah, okay. I can double click and kind of run. It looks like. Oh, we have a thought.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes.
We should report the badge missing? Okay, got it. We'll do that first. What are its hallmarks?
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
I'd rather know more about the world of today.
The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the Royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what no one knows.
That's kind of apocalyptic, to be perfectly honest. All right, let's head out. So here it is. Here's the city. Revachol. So how do we report? The lieutenant said that you can use the radio in his motor car to call your station. Okay. So we'll do that. I think that's down here. Let's inspect this stuff, though. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Okay. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Agreed. Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Okay. Say hi to this woman here.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
Well, I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something
Yeah, right?
else in her rigid posture.
Cool. And what are you doing here? Just a gardener?
I'm working.
Working on what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But...
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Ah, interesting. Okay. We need directions, I guess.
Of course. Where to?
Okay. The corpse, where is it exactly?
It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the fence.
Okay.
Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
Where am I?
What do you mean?
I'm a bit disoriented. This is Revachol, right?
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
The lieutenant seems uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you're displaying. What is up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
Okay, what's in the east?
The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
Okay, what's in the south?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
What's on the other side of the canal, then?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
What's in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. No problem.
She nods, brushing a fleck of soil off her cheek.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She doesn't understand. This street sign says fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the other sign? Pigs go home? Who are these pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
It's not loving. Yeah, that's true.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
She leans back, shoulders relaxing. Okay, well, I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with a canary yellow glove.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Oh, okay. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves, apparently?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. All right, cool. Thank you. So just autosave for us, which is nice. We can equip the gloves, I guess. Let's just do that because it looks funny. Okay. Whoops. Okay, let's report this badge stolen, or missing, I should say.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Yeah, we heard this noise earlier when we first woke up from our apocalyptic hangover. Open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
It's all very specific.
A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Let's run our fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
Okay, we're communing with this car, I think. Do I know how to operate this machine?
You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics.
Does it mean I know how to pilot it?
After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it.
Release the clutch and squeeze it again.
Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is...
It sounds like it's your
gently
usual
squeezing back.
driver. How are you, my friend?
The smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder, all seem to be whispering. I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner.
I love this stuff from this game. Like, there's this kind of, like, spiritual ooze emanating from, like, the city and the things you find, and just the entire experience kind of has this feeling of greater than just the thing to it, you know? It's a very distinctive feeling that this game gives off. Aura, that's the word. Yes, thank you. Where have you been? Oh.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now.
Interesting. Okay.
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Okay, we're having a bit of a breakdown here. Okay. Options are: I'm seriously running out of shits to give. Let corpses hang on trees. I'm quitting. Fuck you. I've wasted my life protecting humans. They don't deserve it. I'm done. No one even likes cops. I wish I was fucking dead. Fuck you. Fuck you. Well, Dame and anyone else, do you have any opinions on which of these I should choose? Because none of them are good. Well, a lot of this is like in your head, And the impression I get is that this is all kind of happening instantaneously. We'll see. I mean, Kim might respond here in a second, but you know, it is kind of like we're outside of time a little bit here. Is how I'm interpreting it. I don't know for sure, but also we just met our partner, and he's probably still getting a read on us. I would imagine. Maybe we'll go with I'm done. No one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Oh, okay. Our partner is responding to us there.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
Cop gives
up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions."
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
police work
is this a
really
game
burns
over
you out
screen?
after a while.
I'm not sure.
Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
Well, okay. What? What? Really? All right. Well, we have an autosave. Let's try that. Holy crap. There aren't many game overs in this game, I will say, but apparently we ran into one of them. Okay, we gotta talk with this woman again. Because we don't have the gloves.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
No, he's not a robot, but his brain talks to him. Like your character's stats and skills are represented by various like facets of your personality, and they all talk to him. So that's why you have that kind of weird, I don't know, conversation with yourself repeatedly. I thought we didn't have. Yeah, no, we. Oh no, we do have the gloves. We don't have to talk to her again. Okay, great. That's fine. Okay, let's talk to the car again, I guess.
Before you stands a vapor emanates.
Right.
This must be the
Okay,
in the
let's
cabin.
open the door.
You are welcomed by a set of steering levers. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Well, running our fingers over the steering levers killed us. Let's not do that. Let's pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Okay. We'll take the red tip pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think.
Interesting.
Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Okay, let's take the rubber-handled chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Belts, that's interesting. All right, let's take the flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue.
Okay.
Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
This is voice guy, Sell Hardware. I love this guy's voice. I believe he is a jazz artist, randomly. Let me find his name, actually. One sec. Lenval Brown. I don't recognize the name, but I will drop a random PC Gamer interview with him in chat in case you're interested in learning more about him. But yeah, he's I don't know how he got involved in this. It sounds like this interview actually goes into it a little bit. But he recorded nearly 500,000 words of dialogue for this game, which is crazy. He recorded this over the space of 8 months, 3 days a week with the occasional week off. It's crazy. Super impressive. I love all the voice acting we've heard so far in this game. When I played this last year, there was only occasional voice acting. Most of this game you just read, so a lot of reading. But they they recorded voice acting for all of the dialogue. So that means this is gonna take a lot longer to play if we're gonna listen to it all. Yeah, he never acted before. He's like in a band and a musician and stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, it's really neat. I love this guy's voice. Okay, I guess we're done.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Okay, let's tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Okay.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now.
All right. Let's try the steering levers again. Hopefully I don't regret
The white
this.
suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Interesting. There's no other dialogue responses. It's like it remembered that we died there, and it's just not giving us the opportunity to do so again, which I guess is nice. It's kind of interesting, though. All right, let's pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens.
Electrical
Radio
kittens.
waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Lieutenant? Is that how she pronounced that? I've never heard this word pronounced any other way but other than lieutenant. You know, which I'm sure is the American bastardization of that word. Interesting.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is.
Got it. I figured, but yeah, I've actually never heard that before. Never heard that pronunciation. Let's ignore Alice and press the button labeled saved.
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
Oh my.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio.
So this is what Kim listens to, apparently.
Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Speed Freaks FM, huh?
Oh, is that what it was called?
He's trying hard to act surprised.
go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Pick up the radio again.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad, bad mama's boy. For the heavier foot and the freakier.
God damn it.
The lieutenant moves quick as a viper as he switches off the radio and sets it on prime line. Then he turns to you.
Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or...
He shakes his head, furiously staring at his feet. What about heavy of foot? It wasn't me. Yeah, exactly.
You would be too if you had this motor carriage.
He snaps, half seriously.
But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate.
He turns back to the cabin.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect it to someone?
All right, could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I've got an urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
All right. I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, over.
My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Let's say nothing.
Who lost his badge?
Oh no.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter. Okay.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's
Okay.
the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
I mean, we know our name is Harry.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Haha, officer's lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Oh my.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
I love that he translates that into like official radio speak.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator, tell him to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Okay, so now we have a new task to track down the badge now that we've reported it missing.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
This accent.
What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now?
We will be formal assholes. Yes, exactly.
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
We're gonna do everything by the book here, even when we're dicks about it. Could y'all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
Let's say nothing.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
You can hear laughter in the background. Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter. Yikes.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun?
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, coming officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Okay, well, we have a high chance of convincing them that no, we didn't lose our gun. So let's try that.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
Oh boy. Okay, well, this might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
Okay. I wanted to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
Oh no.
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
I doubt it.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Please refer to me with my full name in the future, please. I need to know my name.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
Please just say my name, Jules.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Oh, no.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new. Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Any news about my my family? We're trying so hard to find our own name at this point.
10. Excuse me, sir. Over.
I just thought you might have heard of them, that's all.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Okay, have I ever told you about my life before the RCM?
10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says...
Yeah, I heard him.
So, was there anything else?
Let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
10-10, standing by, over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
The static ends with a loud click, then everything is silent in the cabin. Okay, well, that was an embarrassing conversation. Alrighty.
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Okay, just observing.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
You don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
This is a fictional world, by the way. This is not Earth, at least as far as I remember from playing this last year. You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
A point of pride to him.
All right. Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Oh, okay.
The lieutenant nods.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
They're going to make this as difficult for you as possible. Yeah, no, the cops definitely are. There's hints of everything. Do you mean the, like this world, you mean? Yeah, they kind of just, like, throw you in this world and you just kind of pick up on things as you go, I guess. We do have a task to, like, get the lowdown on the history of the world, but still. So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
Language, yeah, exactly.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages.
And earlier on, I don't know if you saw it, Dame, but we told a woman we lost her memory, and she was like asking us, okay, do you like know where you are? Do you know like what kind of government this place has? You know, and we didn't know because we've completely lost our memory. And like, in a perfectly realistic manner, she was very worried about this. Like, you should know these basic things about the world. So she didn't want to tell us. We have a task to go find a rich person because supposedly rich people are educated, and they will tell us about the world, supposedly. So we can get the background lore on the world that way, I think.
We all have our different mediums. His is written.
All right, that's all.
Good. Let's change the subject.
She was very nice. She's one of my favorite characters in this game, actually. Okay, let's just go. We chatted him up. We have our new tools. We have a pry bar, we have a chain cutters, and we have a flashlight. Those will all come in handy at various points in time. We have to track down our badge, and we have to track down the gun. So cool. Let's maybe explore a little bit. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Ah, I see. You can actually see the big crack going all the way across the courtyard here.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone. Oh, okay. Good to know. You are the angriest man I know, Renee. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Interesting. I guess. Interesting to somebody. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. So this is this like a hill that goes up to the top of this building here? Interesting. We're just gonna poke around a bit. I still don't understand why the lieutenant won't tell you your name. Yeah, you're not wrong. Can I, Oh, okay. If I click on the health number, that'll recharge my health because we have some of these drugs that we just picked up. Maybe we'll do that. Nice. Okay. Back to full health. Roy's pawn shop. Well, you know what? Let's talk to our partner again. Because we had the option to say,
yes.
I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
That's harsh. But I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organization we're in. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
When we met him, he said, I'm just here to meet an officer from the 41st Precinct. So maybe he actually doesn't know our name. That's the only thing I can think of. What's wrong with personal affairs?
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
So what should I concentrate on?
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
Okay. I'm afraid there's a medical situation, sir.
Really? You look fine to me.
I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and I had no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Yikes.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazarus. Was there anything else you wanted?
No, I'm good. Oh boy. Now we can check out the dumpster. Oh, we have new gloves. All right. Cool. What do we have here? Waterlock out of order until Wednesday. All right. Butter sign down. What does that mean? Hello, sir.
Good morning to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
First things first, what are you doing here, man on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Oh, harsh, dude.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
The man on the water lockpicks the skin off a slice of salami and takes a sizable bite. Do you know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
Oh, you're right. He is an Aussie.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
There are so many accents in this game. It's one of my favorite aspects of this game, actually. Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing.
He cuts off a slice of salami.
It is salty. It is savory. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Nice.
Want some too, officer?
He turns to the lieutenant.
Why not?
The lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. Nice. We're all sharing a nice little snack together. Okay, bye. Hangover salami, that's right.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order.
Oh, the billboard is preventing the lock. Got it. Okay. So what is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it. Goat milk butter. The Samaran terrain makes it easier to raise goats than cows, and the local goat farmers produce high-quality meat and dairy staples that add variety to other nations' diets. It's an acquired taste.
Attempt to reconstruct what happened here. We have a decently high chance.
Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Huh. I was not able to do this, anything remotely like this, in my previous playthrough. Alright, let's look at the crater.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour.
Okay. Let's look at the roof of the shack.
The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
Okay.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal.
Okay.
The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently.
How recently?
Within the past 72 hours.
Okay. Look at the opposite bank then.
Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
What was the model of this phantom vehicle?
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
Why the Caprice 40?
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage. The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers. Very sturdy but light motor carriage, more likely than most to survive that jump. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long.
Okay, what now?
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure.
Okay, we'll have to come back. Blink.
The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Yeah, strippers dressed as cops.
Any theories about what happened here?
Some top shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand.
What kind of car do you think it was?
I think it was a Cooper's 40.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
I have some ideas who it might have been.
Oh.
It had to be someone really cool and courageous.
I suppose that narrows it down somewhat. Fortunately, we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
We should bring this driver to justice. Take the task.
If we must.
All right. New quest. Solve the mystery of the daredevil driver. Let's go into here. I think this is a shop, if I remember right. This is a cool little store here. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. If your man's gun and badge are in there, I will laugh. It seems not impossible. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI, Dei. Huh. Wait, what did I just click on? Did I pick up something new? I clicked on an interactable and there was nothing, like nothing happened, so I'm a little confused. But okay.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Okay, inspect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
All right, let's inspect the blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
This shopkeeper has an interesting voice. Let's inspect the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
All right, I'm gonna, before I do this dice roll, I'm gonna put on our gloves that we got earlier that boost our interfacing skill. +1 interfacing, yeah, that's what we want.
You see rows of toy soldiers.
Okay, now the odds are a little better.
Why? What's this?
There we go.
A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price.
I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Okay.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Well, we don't have enough money for that, so I guess there's nothing we can do here. Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Okay, this is like a clothes closet, I guess.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah? A cool t-shirt?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
It sounds badass. I mean, not gonna lie.
The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
Okay, let's sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Nice. Very nice.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Photon emissions. Okay, what's the deal with the man on this t-shirt?
It's the man from Hjelmdal.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to know who this man from Hjelmdal is, but I lost my memory recently and need help remembering basic facts about reality.
Huh?
I said I lost my memory recently and I need help remembering basic facts about reality.
Oh, I see. That's tough, man. I feel the same way sometimes. The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular
Asgard
books based on a fictional version of Kotla.
Oh, okay.
In fact, most people don't think that man from Hjelmdal ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Oh.
Hjelmdal isn't a real place.
Tell me more.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
He's gotten into an argument about this before, is what I'm hearing.
Wow. What?
What did you mean the man from Hjelmdal was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
I like this interpretation. We have willed it into being.
Okay.
He sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Hjelmdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there.
I don't know.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
Well, how much are you selling this awesome t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Because I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name?
I sympathize, I do. But this is a for-profit enterprise.
Alright, well, we don't have the money for that. Alright, let's just chat him up then.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
Well, now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
I can imagine working at like a pawn shop or someplace similar. You see, you probably meet all kinds of people. It would be kind of interesting, I think.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed, sir.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind you.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on? Well, we have we have a huge number of bonuses for this. Composure, notice, psychedelics, odd brain activity, and Roy's prices are strange.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon, what is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Sweet. Dan Talos, hey buddy, how you doing? Welcome on in. Haven't seen you in a while. How's life treating you down in Texas? We're just starting Disco Elysium today for the first time. We played all the way through Final Fantasy IV, so this is our next one. Better now? Well, that's good to hear. I'm sorry that it apparently was not as good previously. Is it just me, or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Pyrrolidon before I lost my memory.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
I have no idea what he's referring to. Finger got infected and swole up, double the size. Holy crap. How did that happen? That sounds miserable.
He's taken for mental and emotional.
No clue,
not
man.
Physical pain these days.
Well, I'm glad it's better. Yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm sorry. It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup. Okay.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
Okay.
So much disappointment and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
God, my grandma moved in. Don't know if I already told you that. You did not tell me that. She's just, just looking to... Does she need taken care of, basically, is what I'm trying to say? Or, what brought that on? Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work, actually. They raised our rent. Ah, that sucks. We just renewed our lease. Thankfully, they did not raise our rent. But I have this fear that after the pandemic is over, everybody's going to raise their rents again.
No one's. Everyone's. A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
What a weird thing, honestly. I have no rent, thankfully. That is awesome. That's excellent. I will probably be paying rent or whatever forever, is my expectation. Oh, it's your grandma's land. Okay, well, I guess that works out then. Glad to hear. Yeah, my grandmother just passed, and so her house passed on to my aunt. So she's living there rent-free, which is nice. So some people built a nuclear reactor randomly. The People's Pile, what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
She used to live next door, but after the house flooded the third time, she sold it and moved away. Got it. Got it. Well, I hope the move goes smoothly, or at least as smoothly as possible, and that you get all the addresses that you need to change. There's always one that you miss, though, you know?
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Well, the trailer is above flood height, so that's not a worry anymore. Well, that's good to hear, and hopefully flood height doesn't change in the next several years, you know? Well, I'm glad to have you back. You missed all of Final Fantasy, I think, which is fine. Have you played Disco Elysium? I feel like since you played Tyranny that this could be a game that's up your alley. You did. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, this is a replay for me as well. Oh, you haven't played this. Got it. Got it. Yeah. A lot of words, a lot of dialogue, and they just added in full voice acting for everything. So it's going to take a while to play, I think, but that's okay. What is a particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Why is it called the People's Pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West.
Trailer's like 4 feet off the ground. Harvey got close though. Yeah, that's my fear that, you know, things like Harvey is just like a harbinger of what's to come, you know?
Needless to say, things didn't work out.
So why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
So we're having a conversation with ourselves, and our encyclopedia knowledge is just letting us sort of suss out exactly what happened to this random nuclear reactor that we're just randomly hearing about for the first time. Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
That sounds like a cool logo.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looks at the spiraling light and stops. How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
I've always, like, this is probably gonna sound weird, I don't know. I've always had this, like, wish that when you meet somebody new, that you could just get their whole life story all in one, like, all at once, you know? Like, just because I'm interested to know, like, not because I need to, like, invade their privacy or anything, but, like, I just want, like, the quick summary. Yeah, right? Yeah, you feel kind of nosy, but like, you're not gonna ask, right? You're not gonna, like, dig into people's personal shit. But this game, I mean, every RPG is like this. You talk to somebody and they give you their whole life story. But this game, with the voice acting and the writing, like, it's more naturalistic, I guess, more believable sounding, even if the fact that you're just poking into someone's personal business isn't something that you would normally do. I guess you could say that, like, oh, this guy's a cop, he can get away with it, and maybe that is the justification, but still, just chatting this guy up and learning that, oh, I cleaned up a nuclear meltdown once is super interesting. And when I played this before, this guy, there's nothing like important that happens like with him, he's just a guy, and you learn his background and that's it. But it just adds to the texture of the story and the setting. But I wish I could do this with like everybody I meet, the cashier at, the grocery store, or, the bartender, or just like the random guy you pass on the street. I don't know. Probably sounds weird, but I think video games have conditioned us about receiving all this person's info that the NPCs just spout out for no fucking reason. Yeah, there's so many things about these games that you just take at face value because you're just...
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
And we got 5 XP points for poking into his business, so...
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Okay. Care to share your drugs with me?
You said you'd done it before, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved.
Somewhere inside me, there's a police officer that sees everything in person, home, or car, and comes up with a version of their... Yes! Yeah, and probable cause. Yeah, no, I don't do this as much anymore, but especially when I was younger, I would, like, come up with stories for like just people I see like on the street or in stores or whatever. I don't know, maybe I need to bring back some of that like creativity in my life, but yeah, I used to do that a lot as well. I still sometimes will daydream. Like, did you guys ever see that Ben Stiller movie, the Something Life of Walter Mitty or whatever, where he just daydreams and comes up with crazy scenarios? That's me. I will just like go off into space, and like suddenly in my head, like a robbery is occurring or a fight is breaking out in front of me, and I'm watching it, and just, I may or may not get involved, but like this whole like movie is playing out in my head, and then I snap myself out of it. It's possibly because I was paid to be very observant in all my mental health jobs. Yeah, that makes sense. You used to, but not anymore. Yeah, see, I'm the same way. Like, I don't know. I do really enjoy meeting people and just seeing new perspectives on life and stuff. But I also have a hard time meeting new people, so it's hard.
He won't be your knock, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
Okay, Kim is going to let us take the drugs, but he's not happy about it. Have we done the drugs before? I think I tried it once and liked it.
Here you go, man.
He presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand. Very odd-looking. Thanks, buddy.
Of course.
Do you know anything about the traffic menace on the loose?
Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive.
Wait, why don't you drive?
I just don't like it very much. Movement on the road never really gelled well with the movement of my thoughts.
I want to say I get that, but I don't. It's okay. But didn't you hear it when the traffic menace drove over your roof?
Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop and then moving on.
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
A vortex sounds fascinating.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I didn't really know what to make of it, but I know it meant something.
He wasn't going to go check it out, but, well, sir, you might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Do you know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
All right, that's all I got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by cops?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
We pawned our own gun off. Damaged morale. Oh no. We only have 1 point of morale.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness.
Oh no.
Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Okay, so the last time this happened, we had a game over. Shit. Let's just choose the first one. I'm running out of shits to give.
Fuck me? Please leave the rage you have for after we finish the investigation.
Uh-oh.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism.
This is the same game over screen we got before. Okay. Man. So, how much progress did we just lose? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Did we talk to you already?
Good morning to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out
Oh,
by
boy.
the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami
Oh,
with an old
man.
hunter's knife.
All right,
His
well,
eyes are
we did all that, and then we have to do it again now. So, we're going to call it there for the night. You pawned your gun. Could you have pawned your badge? Could the woman who bought the gun have it? Well, yeah, maybe. Possibly. But now I got to replay all these conversations again. Yeah, we're going to call it there for tonight. I'm going to go through this again off stream, and then next time, you know, we'll be all caught up. But you're asking the right questions, Dame. I'm thinking the same thing. So yeah. So much for that. I'm playing a character with a lot less health and like 1 point of morale, which is also like a form of health. So like, if anything goes wrong, he just keels over and dies immediately, apparently. So that's unfortunate. But I still like this game a lot. Oh, there's a quick save button. Is there, or there's a quick save menu item. Is there a quick save like... Yes, quick save is F5. Okay, well, we're going to be using that a lot more in the future. It's not something I had to do last time. Good luck, Mr. No-Name Cop. Yeah, no kidding. All right, cool. Well, hey, thanks everybody for hanging out. Dan, if you're still around, it's great to see you again. Yeah, I'll be back this weekend. We'll continue onward. And hopefully we'll get more interesting dialogue options and we can let you all vote on him and stuff like we were earlier. So, is there anybody we want to raid this fine evening? Switch to just chatting screen here. It'll probably be a raid and run for me, but M is rolling good. Okay. Oh yeah, she is. Cool. Perfect. Okay, great. All right, everybody. Yeah, I'll be back sometime this weekend to continue this. I'm not sure which day. It'll probably depend on how well my wife is feeling. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and we'll be back. Hopefully not too long. We'll continue this existential nightmare. Yeah. Counting down. All right, everybody. Take care. I'll see you soon.